G'day YouTube. Second go at doing this video. I shot one the other day for a greenhouse tour and turned out my mic was on mute, so the half-hour video didn't work out. But I thought I'd bring you along and show you guys what's been going on in the greenhouse. I might not be doing too many videos for a little while. I'm going in for knee surgery tomorrow, so I'm going to be on the couch, but we'll see how things go. Alright, I'll swing you around and we'll have a look around. I might start this way for a change, but here's a nice Northiana cross Veitchii I grew from seed. This one actually had a lot of pest issues for quite some time. I threw it outside and I ended up chopping off the main growth. I eventually got it treated and got it looking, or coming back to good, but the pictures are sort of a bit colourless. It was sort of buried right in the back there, so I'm hoping now I've got this in some better light, it might improve its situation. There's no pictures on this one at the moment, but this is the same Grex. You can see there's an old one there, one behind it, needs a bit of a clean up. This is another Northiana cross Veitchii from that Grex, and this one has given me a female flower, so you might be able to make out the pollen there on the first two sections. I've started making some really cool hybrids with that, so very excited to see how they work. Next to that is Loelia edwardsiana, which is just looking absolutely amazing. I mean, even this picture here that's starting to fade, it just looks incredible when it turns black like that. Ooh, here's a nice one before I... It's getting a bit cramped in here. So check out the peristome on this Roccoboschiana cross Veitchii Hose Mountain. That is amazing. This is actually a cutting I took. I've got a few in here. As you can see, there's quite a few cuttings in these two sections here. I might see the mother plant over there that's sort of coloured up a bit more. And in front of that, just starting to pop, is Roccoboschiana Veitchii cross edwardsiana. This is the second Grex EP did. You can see there the beautiful toothy peristome. It opens up with some nice striping. This is going to be such a stunning plant when it matures. And over here, I suspect this might be a Rob Marta, but not actually sure. It was a mislabeling from Ivan's Orchids. He sorted it out and sent me the Ovata that I actually ordered, which you might see in a fridge tour at some point. And here is the Rob Marta that I did order in the same order. So it'll be interesting to see. This one does have its slight differences, so I'm interested to see how they compare when they both grow out. And up above that is this beautiful Maxima wavy leaf. This was a single plant that came from a seed set my mate sent me. But it's just absolutely gorgeous, red body, and it's this amazing striped peristome. I might have mentioned the original vine on this, or the original growth point, never really did much. These pictures are already twice the size, so it might be one of those oddities that as it basils down the road, it gets better and better. But this is a female plant. It did have a vine running over the top there that I made some hybrids with recently, and I think some pure Maxima as well, which should be germinating. So it'll be exciting to see how they play out and how they look when they grow up. Next to that, I finally got a female Veitchii M cutting. This is from Sam down at Old World Botanicals, so very excited about that. I think we're about to do some breeding. He's got the mother plant of this in flower at the moment, so we'll do some breeding with some of my pollen. I think he's using some of his as well, and hopefully have some interesting stuff coming out of that. Next to that is my BE3734. This is just a little picture on the basil. Unfortunately, the old pictures on the main growth, they're starting to fade. There's another little basil picture there. It's got its second flower up now. I've done some really, really cool hybrids with this and some some pure veitchii as well. So very excited to see what comes out from that. And also down here, I just noticed this 3734, which is from Old World Botanicals as well, has just popped this beautiful squat stripe picture. So it'll be interesting to see if it differs from my other one at all, or maybe I've just ended up with the same clone. But either way, they're an amazing plant, so I won't complain about having two. Next up is the Veitchii K Cross M, which is just absolutely stunning. I'll see if I can get you around to check out the newest picture. But just check out that peristome on this. Then a couple of old faded pictures behind it, but that is just spectacular. And I suspect it's still got some growing to do. In behind that, this really cool little truncata cross tentaculata. It's a really interesting hybrid, that one. I'm keen to see that evolve, but still got a long way to go. Got another Veitchii M cutting from another clone there. And the remnants, this is my huge Maxima Dark from outside. Unfortunately, we got hit by a hailstorm the other night, which just trashed everything out there. And it actually snapped the top of the vine off there, which is a shame, but hopefully I can get it to root and grow that out. So I've got pollen all over my hand then from the Veitchii. I can't see any more nice pictures in there. There's one of my creations, which is the Truncata G cross Lavicola, which is already looking nice and dark, this one, especially that little picture back there. I reckon these are going to be absolutely gorgeous when they mature out. Some have some really nice striped peristomes showing. Some in this nice dark colour, and I've got a lighter coloured one I'll show you a bit further round. Zoom in, and just there is a fresh popped picture on Veitchii cross Platykyla. And this is one of the cuttings. This one I've kept for myself as the tip cutting, but I think there is some more growing out as well back over in the trays over here. But that is just, if you've seen it on my Instagram, this plant is just spectacular. I'm so excited to have that growing out. And hiding back in behind that is a new Truncata lolii I got my hands on to cutting, and hopefully will not settle in soon and give me a nice big picture. I think the first leaf on the right looks like it's aborted any chance, but hopefully this new leaf that's just opened up will give me something interesting. Nothing else. There's some nice cuttings, and then my trays of cuttings start here, and as you can see, it's just filled up. There's a little space there that I haven't filled up yet, but I'm almost at capacity here. As you can see down here, there's more on the floor, and then we go through the seedlings. Actually, why don't we have a quick look in here? So you got some Spathulata lavicola, some Boschiana zacchariana Veitchii M. Sorry, that's actually an F2 cross. Some lolii Veitchii hybrids in there starting to grow out. And if you've been watching for a while, these are the ones I potted out in my potting out video, and you can see they've just hugely started jumping in size recently. The lolii Veitchii Maxima Dark, cross Truncata lolii, some more cross Lavicola cross. There's some Veitchii seedlings back there. So yeah, lots of exciting stuff coming. And might have a quick look at some of the seeds over here as well. Next up, we got my Veitchii M. Again, this thing pumped out 3 flowers for me in the end, to the point it actually gave up its growth point. You can see one node back, it started shooting a new one there. So over winter, this should give me some nice, beautiful, big pictures. I definitely find it colours up better in the cooler months, so it'd be nice to see how that goes. I might take this to turn this around, because have a look at this truncata peristome. This is going to be absolutely gorgeous. It should go a nice deep red in the body to highland truncata red. So, I mean, the last picture's starting to fade there, but it was absolutely gorgeous, the colours this got. So, super excited to see that grow out. Next up, you've got my platychila section. This is one of the ones from BE. Start to give that really beautiful peristome look and a really nice colour through the body. No, it's got one picture that's almost open back there, but nothing great on this. These smaller plants, I tend to feed the pictures a bit more regularly, which does cook them, but long term, it should give me bigger, better plants faster. This is another BE Veitchii. This one's a little bit different to the other one, a bit darker. The peristome shape isn't as crazy, but a gorgeous plant nonetheless. Down here, you got your Raja Burp Eddy. I do have a smaller one back over in my smaller plant section, which is also looking nice, but these should be spectacular when they mature. As will this. This is the Velosa Cross Veitchii. I believe this has been divided out now, but this was still mixed clones. So I think I'm going to have to chase down a striped peristome one of these because they are just such a spectacular, amazing hybrid. In behind that is a nice Veitchii Hose Mountain. And these apparently just get absolutely massive, this location. They're not as squat and not as colourful as the Barrios, but still an amazing plant in their own right. So I've got a few like that in the collection. And next up is Truncata Affipiata, which is one of my favourite crosses. You can just focus on there. You can see it's starting to get a little bit of exudate under the lid there. And a nice new picture forming there. So that's really settled in nicely since I got it last year. I think it's only been in here for, it's probably been 8 months now, but it's still pretty good. There's a little K Cross M from Mike Fallen's seed there. Got a nice picture shaping up. As I mentioned, definitely getting tight on space here. There's beautiful Nebularum from EP. Got a nice leaf jump going. Just settling in. Came from the most recent release. And then we got Singolana Cross Diabolica. And this thing is just amazing. Almost like a poor man's Diabolica. Doesn't quite have the shape, but it's still an awesome little hybrid. Got some Veitchii cuttings loaded in here. The two exciting crosses. This is Veitchii, Northiana Veitchii, and I've just done the Northiana Veitchii down there. I've crossed with my BE Veitchii, so hopefully that works out, and we got some amazing little plants out of that because I love that pairing. I'll try and slip you in here, and down there is a nice new picture on Babigia Cross Edwardsiana or Babigia Velosa. No one can quite decide exactly what it is. There's definitely traits from both Velosa or Edwardsiana in there. So you can throw a spanner in the works and say maybe it's Babigia Cross Harriana, just to mess with people more, so they've got to try and figure that one out. As you can see there, some more cuttings, a few more bulk pots that need to be divided, some other stuff that's been separated out already. And coming around here is sort of seedling domes. Some of these are quite fresh. I'll start to get some germination starting there, some more Veitchii Veitchii hybrids, Rocco hybrids. We've got some Ventricosa Lolii across Veitchiis. A mate of mine was nice enough to give me some Spathulata and Azume seeds that he made in his greenhouse, so thank you very much for that. I'm very excited to see them grow out. They're all pretty fresh seeds, so nothing's too exciting in their germination-wise yet. I've got some nice more Rocco hybrids, the Maxima Wavy stuff. You can see on there, Maxima Wavy across Veitchii IM is really starting to pop out. It's been checking the temperature, it's getting about 30 degrees in the domes, which I think sounds about right for this size. I don't want them getting too cold, but or too hot either. So we've got the Low Veitchii across Veitchii IM. They're the seeds I did in my seed sowing video, and you can see some of the crosses weren't as great, but there's definitely some good little plants coming out of that. Behind that, I think is mostly Platykyla crosses. There's some Veitchii based stuff in there as well. Platykyla cross Veitchii IM should be a cracker, so excited to see how that works. More Rocco hybrids, Boschiana cross Zachariana hybrids, and there. And then this trailing here, this is mostly Boschiana Zachariana as the female and a whole bunch of different males, but that was a really, really successful spike, should I say, there, which is impressive because it was done over winter, which usually I don't get as good seeds from. You can see there the fogger going, just filling this afternoon sun with it. I haven't quite decided what to do with this plant. This is a Veitchii Boschiana across Northiana. You might say I've got some huge ones outside that I kept for myself, so I might decide to move this on at some point, but we'll see how we go. And I got a lot of BE stuff hiding back here, all looking good. Here's another one of the Truncata cross Lavicola. You can see the stripes starting to show on that peristome there. Nice new picture there. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to miss that one popping because that looks like it's going to pop tomorrow or the next day. I'm still not sure how mobile I'm going to be after the surgery. So, unfortunately, I don't know if I'm going to be down in the greenhouse much for a while now. Next up is Low Veitchii Boschiana cross Veitchii, and this is just spectacular. Check out the peristome on that. You see that one's got a bit less light and a bit less stripes. This is going. I've seen the guy who made this cross. He's done it a few times, and the mature plants are just amazing of that. I got a nice little flava here. Got some new pictures coming, and then we got Boschiana cross Zachariana cross Veitchii, and this is my female clone. That's just on the basil. Slightly better picture there. We've got a bit mouldy on the peristome, but that's also in spike, and I am super excited about these crosses. There's some very, very interesting stuff on there, but I'll let you guys wait on that one, and I'll show you what I did sometime in the future if they work out. And you can see here, this is a coloured up basil picture on that Rocco cross Boschiana cross Veitchii IM cutting I showed you up the front. So that was the mother plant in there. It's just taking off. It's got basils everywhere. So that's going to be cool to see. Coming through, we've got a nice Truncata lingulata or lingulana cross Truncata. Unfortunately, it opened up under a pot, I think it was, and got a bit deformed, but it's such a spectacular plant. You can see there, it's hitting the roof there. That's well above my head, and that's the pot down there with a nice big basil starting. So that's become an absolutely massive plant. I don't know what I'm going to do about getting it out of here, or maybe I'll just grow it across the ceiling and see how it goes. Next up, there's beautiful Clipiata. Starting to get some nice big leaf jumps, and that's way bigger than my hand, that next leaf. You can see the beautiful, where the tendril attaches there. No great pictures on this at the moment. I think they're all starting to fade. Some more super exciting stuff. Another spike on Lolii Veitchii. coming up there. So again, there's some seriously exciting stuff on that I can't believe I got the chance to make. And next up, we've got this beautiful peltata, which, speaking of Lolii Veitchii, I think this would be an amazing pairing with my Lolii Veitchii one day. But we'll have to see how that all plays out. Got a Predator C from Exotica Plants. Another peltata picture down here. It's certainly got some good size. And, ooh. Oh, I missed this one. Vogelii cross Veitchii. This is just looking spectacular. I haven't seen anything great out of this plant up until this picture. So, super happy about that. Next to that is another Clipiata. This one does have a nice picture there and some nice big leaf jumps. So it's really starting to put on some size now. I've put a chair in here for when I'm off recovering from surgery. I can at least come in here and sit down and relax and enjoy being with my plants once I'm able to get down the stairs. Just here, got a beautiful little Poloanthus, which is just looking gorgeous. There's actually a nice little basil starting there. Next up, nice tentaculata sitting there. Beautiful dark pictures on it. There's a new picture coming here. That's going to be a really nice one when that pops. And I actually saw the other day that's got a nice little basil starting as well. Ooh. Let's see if I can get my hand in here. As you all know, I love my Veitchii, and check out the size of the peristome on this. It's a bit hard to get a full shot of the plant or even the picture. There's a berry back in there. That's a Bow Lowlands stashed in back there that's just started putting on some great size recently. Back to the front, nice little Sabre or Ventricosta cross Chosmatiensis picture. And another Predator. This is the Predator A, or the original Grex. That's coming up to, that's coming up to an upper picture there. The two-tone peristome's just stunning on these. Another Boschiana cross Zachariana cross Veitchii. This is my original one from me. Well, a cutting of my original one. The original's outside. And next up, I've got this picture. It's going to be easier to see. You've got your peltata cross Edwardsiana, and that is just such a stunning colour on this plant. And the beautiful wine red undersides of the leaves. Right next to that, peltata cross Jacquelinie. Again, such a spectacular cross from EP. I got a bunch of smaller ones back there, actually, that haven't really put any pictures or anything yet. Ooh, what's that hiding back in there? No, nice fresh Paloanthus picture. I hadn't seen that yet. So that's good to see. It looks like it's settled into the greenhouse pretty quickly. Got a little bit this here. That's my my Platykyla. The pot's down in there somewhere. It comes up to about my head height. It's got a new offshoot shooting back that way. And then this vine, so these panels are about 60 centimetres each. And you can see there you got 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's another 2.4 metres there. So it's probably pushing, if you straightened it out, it wouldn't be far off 4.5 metres now. You can see it's got another female spike there full of some exciting new hybrids, and it's decided to come straight out with another flower there. So hopefully I can do some more cool stuff with that. Unfortunately, Vogelii hasn't been working out as well, but it looks like I will get a few seeds on pure Vogelii, which is super exciting. And back in here, got this beautiful bonsai picture. It's just starting to colour up. Nice little stripes on it. But that's looking really good. You can see down here, this is an older picture. Didn't get as much light, so it didn't go full black, but that's looking stunning. Lolii, Veitchii, Tivii, cross platykyla. Ooh, it's starting to expand more into maybe even more upper shape. These might be the intermediates. I haven't had this plant long enough to really judge that yet. Oh, and typical Hamada hybrids. There you go, nice, and that's straightened back out. It's another Predator C from the last release from Exotica Plants. And I think that might be just about it. Had a few little, there's a little minima here. Got some nice Amorphophilus. These are just starting to fade now. I've taken most of them have faded back, and I've harvested the bulbs. And one last one in here is, I'm going to butcher this name, but Ventricosa sibuensis cross Hamagatarensis. Feel free to correct me on that in the comments, but such a squat little plant, and these pictures get absolutely massive. This is a female plant. I actually did quite a lot of breeding with this recently, so a few cool hybrids coming out, but I end up cutting the vine, and I've let the two basils take over, so we'll see how that goes. All right, I think I'll leave it there for this afternoon, and hopefully not too long. I'll be a bit more mobile post-surgery, and I can get back to making some videos for you guys. But enjoy the rest of the week, and see you next time.